In project 2. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी 4624 है ना? एक लाइन का है बस, ओवरकोट नहीं है। तो विल तो रिपोर्ट होगी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदनंदन जन यशोदनंदन यमुना तीरावनचारि, यमुना तीरावनचारि, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन, यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन, यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन, यशोदनंदन तीरावनचारि, यमुना तीरावनचारि, यमुना तीरावनचारि, हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम, राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Jai Radha, Gopijan Vallabh Radha, Gopijan Vallabh Shri Radhe, Radha Jai Jai Patita Pavan Gaura Hari Jaya Jai Patita Pavan Gaura Hari Jaya Jai Patita Pavan Gaura Hari Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Lord Hari Bol, Sai Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Sai Hari Bol, Lord Hari Bol, Hari Bol. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रेष्ठ दिस डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति वेदांत साई महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रेष्ठ दिस डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। All glories to simple devotees. All glories to simple devotees. All glories to simple devotees. all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Premanande. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 4, chapter number 6, shloka number 24-25. We'll cover 24-25 since 24 has no purport. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We can say the prayers together. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नन्दाचालकनन्दाच नन्दाचालकनन्दाच सरितो बाह्यतः पुरः सरितो बाह्यतः पुरः तीर्थपादपद्मभोजां पद्मभोजां भोजा Tirthapad pada bhojar. The R will be spoken at the in the first line, right? Bhojar, right? Or bhoja?
Badam bhojo. Badam bhoja.
Bhojar. अजसातीव पावने रजसातीव पावने रजसातीव पावने नंदाचलकनंदाच सरितो बाह्यत पुरः तीर्थपाद पदाम्भोज पदाम्भोज रजसातीव पावने नंदाचलकनंदाच सरितो बाह्यत पुरः तीर्थपाद पदाम्भोज रजसातीव पावने
नंदाच
नंदाचलकनंदाच
सरितो बाह्यता पुराः
सरितो बाह्यता पुरः
तीर्थपाद पदाम्बुज
तीर्थपाद पदाम्भोज
रजसातीव पावने
रजसातीव पावने. Okay, word to word synonyms. Nanda,
Nanda,
the Nanda.
Nanda,
Cha,
Cha,
and.
and
Alaknanda,
Alakananda,
the Alaknanda.
Alaknanda,
Cha,
Cha,
and.
and
Saritau,
Sarito,
two rivers.
two rivers,
Bahyatah,
Bahyadaha,
outside.
outside,
Punar,
Pura,
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 from the city.
from the city,
Tirthapad,
Tirthapad,
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
of the Supreme Personality of God,
Padambhoja,
Padamboja,
of the lotus feet.
of the lotus feet,
Rajasa,
Rajasa,
by the dust.
by the dust,
Ativa,
Ativa,
exceedingly.
exceedingly,
Pavane,
Pavane,
sanctified.
sanctified.
Translation by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Ji Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
They asked also, they also saw the two rivers named Nanda and Alaknanda. These two rivers are sanctified by the dust of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda. So this one doesn't have any
You can just read the verse and
translation. Yeah, the next one. Yeah. This one doesn't have any purport, so we'll go to 4625. I'll just read the translation.
Yeah.
I'll just read the translation for this verse and purport, and then we'll try to discuss. My dear Kshata, Vidur, the celestial damsels come down to those rivers in their airplanes with their husbands, and after sexual enjoyment, they enter the water and enjoy sprinkling their husbands with water. Purport. It is understood that even the damsels of the heavenly planets are polluted by the thoughts of sex enjoyment, and therefore they come in airplanes to bathe in the rivers Nanda and Alaknanda. It is significant that these rivers, Nanda and Alaknanda, are sanctified by the dust of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, just as the Ganges is sacred because its water emanates from the toes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, so whenever water or anything is in touch with devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is purified and spiritualized. The rules and regulations of devotional service are based on this principle. Anything in touch with the lotus feet of the Lord is immediately freed from all the contamination. The damsels of the heavenly planets, polluted by the thoughts of sex life, come down to bathe in the sanctified rivers and enjoy sprinkling water on their husbands. Two words are very significant in this connection. Rati Karshitaha means that the damsels become morose after sex enjoyment. Although they accept sex enjoyment as a bodily demand, afterwards they are not happy. Another significant point is that Lord Govind, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is described here as Tirthpad. Tirth means sanctified place, and Pad means the lotus feet of the Lord. People go to the sanctified place to free themselves from all sinful reactions. In other words, those who are devoted to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, automatically become sanctified. The lotus, the Lord's lotus feet are called Tirthapad because under their protection there are hundreds and thousands of saintly persons who sanctify the sacred places of pilgrimage. Srila Narottam Das Thakur, a great Acharya of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, advises us not to travel to different places of pilgrimage. Undoubtedly, it is troublesome to go from one place to another, but one who is intelligent can take shelter of the lotus feet of Govind and thereby be automatically sanctified as the result of his pilgrimage. Anyone who is fixed in the service of the lotus feet of Govind is called Tirthpad. He does not need to travel on various pilgrimages, for he can enjoy all the benefits of such travel simply by engaging in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. Such a pure devotee who has implicit faith in the lotus feet of the Lord can create sacred places in any part of the world where he decides to remain. Tirthi, tirthi kurvanti tirthani. Bhagavatam 1:13-10. The places are sanctified due to the presence of pure devotees. Any place automatically becomes a place of pilgrimage if either the Lord or his pure devotees remain or resides there. In other words, such a pure devotee who is engaged 100% in the service of the Lord can remain anywhere in the universe, and that part of the universe immediately becomes a sacred place where he can peacefully render service to the Lord as the Lord desires. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरोभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपास्तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दिनतारिणे। श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं परमानन्दं माधवम्। हरिर्नाम एव केवलम् कलो नास्त्येव 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 गतिरन्यथा। So this chapter or this episode of Mother Sati leaving the body, and then this message reaching Lord Shiva, and he's creating this asur from his hair, Veerbhadra going and creating, devastation in the Yajna arena, killing Daksha, and all the problems, all the issues um, are brought in attention to Brahmaji. And now all the demigods, with all those who are hurt by Veerbhadra and his associates, are going to Lord Shiva with Brahmaji and everyone else to pacify or meet Lord Shiva by Brahmaji's request that if you surrender, if you really try to pacify Lord Shiva, because he is very easily pleased, he will surely, forgive you all. So they are on their way, and now right outside the Pura, or the city where Lord Shiva resides, Kailash, there is a description of two rivers, Nanda and Alaknanda. And there is very beautiful um, description of the place where Lord Shiva resides. Here also, in the first shloka, there is um, this is very important word that we come across, Tirthpad. When you hear this word, who comes into your mind?
Tirtha Prabhu.
Yes, our Tirthpad Prabhu from Kunj Bihari Mandir, Devasadak Mandir. Like such an amazing devotee, always serving Radha Kunj Bihari is very selflessly. His glories are unlimited, and he's serving, cooking, doing kirtans. One thing I came to know recently, I think it was Radhastami or some other time, Tirthpad Prabhu drove from here to New Vrindavan, and there's a lotus pond in New Vrindavan. So he would take a small little boat, and he would pluck good quality lotuses from New Vrindavan. And he was jokingly saying that, nobody knew that I was doing it. When somebody came to know and told me, hey, what are you doing? Then he said, oh, no, I'm just cleaning, I'm just finishing. And then he got 2 garbage bags full of lotuses brought uh, to the temple. I'm not encouraging this, but I'm just saying the level of surrender that he has to just drive there just for picking up lotus and bringing it here. So this word Tirthpad is very, very significant, as Prabhupada really very clearly mentions that any devotee who is trying to serve Govind, Krishna, his Guru, is called Tirthpad, one who is staying at the lotus feet of the Tirtha, Tirthapad. Tirtha, who is Tirtha? Where anything associated with God, anything associated with Krishna and his devotees. So, there is a transcendental joke that, wherever we go on a pilgrimage, we say, this is the most important place in the creation. This is the most important Tirtha, right? Or we go to Kurukshetra, this is the most important place in the creation. And then when we hear the hierarchy of all the places, Brajabhumi is the best. And in the Brajabhumi, we say Govardhan is best, or Vrindavan or Govardhan. And then in Govardhan, we say Radhakund is best. So somebody asked, I think it was Radhanath Maharaj, and he said, Maharaj, you're saying we are in Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is the best. When we go to Mayapur, we say Mayapur is best. When we go to Jagannath Puri, Jagannath Puri is best. When we go to any other, like Srila Prabhupada's appearance place is Kolkata. And now we are having this wonderful place. We call it Mahatirtha. Even 22nd Avenue, all other places all around is concrete jungle. But that small little storefront is considered Mahatirtha because Srila Prabhupada started this amazing transcendental movement, carrying on the order of his Guru Maharaj and Mahaprabhu's words. This International Society for Krishna Consciousness started from 22nd Avenue, which is Mahatirtha. So this Tirtha it's so valuable for us, it's so important for us. So Maharaj answered it so nicely that if you are in Kurukshetra, then Kurukshetra is the most important. If you are in Radhakund, then to glorify the Mahima or the importance of that Kshetra, that place, we are, we say it like that. And at the same time, Prabhupada also said that all his Hare Krishna temples, ISKCON temples, are the spiritual embassies of the, in the material world. So this place where we are sitting at the lotus feet of Radha, Gopijana Vallabh, Shri Nitai Patita Pavan Gaur Hari and Srila Prabhupada is non-different from a spiritual place, not different from a tirth, where sincere devotees of the Lord is trying to serve them, is trying to serve them and has a desire to serve them, which is not different from a tirth. Um, there is a nice interaction. I don't know the Shastra where this is described. I think it is Gopal Champu or Garga Samhita, where there is a dialogue or conversation between elderly devotees of um, Braj, that they want to go on a pilgrimage, and they are all sitting down and discussing. Maharaj Nand is there when Krishna in Krishna's pastime. So they are all discussing. Okay, we are all getting older. We should go on a pilgrimage. That So they all decided, yes, when should we go? This is you shouldn't delay something that you want to do good. Okay, we should just go tomorrow. So now here everyone discussing like where to go, where to start from, what should we do, what should be itinerary. And Lord Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna appears onto the scene and says, what are you all doing? What are you all discussing? Can you please share? Lala, you don't know. This is for pilgrimage. The elderly people, all the elderly people we are all traveling to different holy places to, um, you know, purify ourselves. We are getting older. So Krishna was trying to find out more and trying to tell something. That, oh, you don't really need to go. Everything is here in Vraj. But they really kind of, you don't know what you're saying, like that they were sharing. So while the conversation is going on, there is a one very dark color, black color horse came running and to the scene while they are all looking at it, looking at the horse. And what that horse did was it started um, rolling in the dust of Braj. He started rolling in the dust of Braj, and Braj Raj touched the horse's body, and that horse became completely white in very few moments. All the black color and all the appearance he was gone, and he's completely white in color and very beautiful. And that horse left the scene. So looking at this, everyone was so astonished. Like, what happened? Like, what is this? What should we take understanding? What should we understand from this? So Bhagavan Krishna, being on the scene, he said, you know who that horse was? So everyone said, no, we don't know. There is a personification of all the tirthas. He is Tirtharaj, personification of all the tirthas. And because of people going and dumping all the sins and all the different tirthas and all the different rivers, he is collecting all the sum of all the sins. That's why his body became the way it was. And he just came to purify himself, purify, and become more pure again, so that he will continue to serve as you know, people can come and bathe and become purified. So knowing this, when they come to know that Braj is so powerful that we don't really need to go any pilgrimage. So Bhagavan Krishna was able to convince that they don't have to. And then the scripture says up to that point that he has, Krishna has let all the Brajavasis take a sankalpa. Wow. That they will not go on any pilgrimage, because all the holy places are already there. And then he remembers uh, Ganga Devi, and then creates a big pond. Manasi Ganga, yes. And then he calls all the different tirthas also, all the different holy rivers are also manifesting there. And then they all take shelter there. And that's how the Braja, if you are in Braj, you don't need to go anywhere or any other place. Same way, we are the extension of Braj or Vrindavan, Brajbhumi. These are all the temples where the service is being performed by the guidance of our Guru and Srila Prabhupada and in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we are very fortunate to be associated and being part of this wonderful process. Also, there is another incident that somebody shared with me about the tirtha is that there was a gathering of all the different Mahatirthas or the tirtha or the holy places, and each one was represented by their personification. So the Tirtharaj was Prayagraj. So he was the leader and everyone else was represented. And they saw that Vrindavan was not represented. Vrindavan didn't come. So it was a complaint lodge, right? There's a meeting and everyone is supposed to come and represent, and one person doesn't come, then everyone says like, oh, that's an offense. That's a disrespect to the meeting or the organization or whatever. So this complaint was lodged to Krishna, taken to Krishna that okay, Vrindavan didn't represent in this that Prayagraj went to Krishna and said, Vrindavan didn't represent, it didn't come. So Krishna said jokingly that I made you the chief of all the tirthas. I didn't make you chief of my house. You are not the king of my house. So Vrindavan doesn't need to really represent into the different tirthas. It's above and beyond. In same way, Mayapur, Navadvip, Jagannath Puri, Vrindavan, all these places are not ordinary place of pilgrimage. And those who really go there in the desire of taking out or removing their sins, um, to the other places like Ganga Devi or other places, their desire gets fulfilled and they might remove all the sins, but the desire to sin does not go away. So it's like explained in the scriptures is the elephant going into the water getting clean and then comes out and puts the sand again. So same way, the desire to clean or desire to enjoy separately from Krishna only goes away when we engage ourselves into the service. And the principle of higher taste that Srila Prabhupada very wonderfully explains, that when we are young, we had so many other important things that we wanted to do, but those things are completely irrelevant at this point in time. When I was young, I used to play that, in the matchbox. Matchbox has two sides, and kapas was the very prominent one in Gujarat area. So, the matchboxes, after they finish, the kids would pick it up and take out the two sides where you light it, and the other two sides are very valuable. But kapas is, or the, what do you call, the cotton, that had a picture of cotton, that was very prevalent. Like you'll find those kind of things everywhere. So
Logo.
yeah, logo. So 25, 30 of those would be equal to one of the very rare matchbox logo. So we would collect that. Now that thing it was so important for me at that time that I cannot even explain you. It was like very pride possessions of plastic bags of them. I have this many, this. Now I don't even know where it is right now. And it feels like so kind of somewhat stupid that what I was doing was completely waste of time. And it has no relevance at this point. The same way, we are collecting so many things, so many things. This is important for me, that is important for me. But in a split second, I was just talking to our Shobhavilas Govind Prabhu, and he was saying, Florida is going through a very terrible hurricane. And this is one of the strongest one that they have encountered and he was saying that, like, we have, oh, this is my house, and this kind of a tiles I will put, and the roof, and the structure, and we put so much money, time, energy, resources, creating something, and in a split second, one little, hurricane comes, and it just removes or straightens and puts everything to the ground. Like, how powerful is this material creation of the Lord? And still, we come across, and oh, when the children are going on to the seashore and creating the castles, and they're creating with sand castles, and they become so attached. And when in the due course of time, the big ocean wave comes and breaks those castles or anything that they are playing with, and they start crying, and then we laugh at it. Oh, it's just a playing thing. Why are you? But are we any different? Are we any different that we have this attachments, we have this so-called important things that are so valuable to us that I cannot really see myself existing without those securities. Um, my job, my investment, my bank account, my family members, my, but it is all a matter of time. It is all, um, we have to really uh, think what is important for us, what is our priority. That we have to really live by the principle of the higher goal or the higher taste. That at the end, what is important? If we don't plug ourselves in to the sincere service of Krishna and understand everything else is going to remain here, it's all going to stay here, and try to utilize our time here in serving the Lord and His devotees, that is the most valuable thing. Otherwise, we just spend time here trying to, oh, I'm a ISKCON devotee, I'm doing this many rounds, or I've gone to this holy place, and I always go, every year I go to Yatra, without fail. But those are the things that actually should help us becoming more serious in our sadhana, more serious in our service attitude, more serious in our, glorifying or reading the scriptures. If it is not helping, then we are actually not taking the advantage of um, the process. It's like you have $1 million in the account, and then we will just say, okay, I cannot use more than $10 from the $1 million that I have. My budget is $10. Why? You have $1 million. You could use uh, all of that if you wanted. So same way, a potential for this bhakti yoga process or serving, Krishna, is actually we can come out of this birth, death, old ages, disease cycle. That is the side product. But broken relationship with Krishna is re-established. Our love for Krishna, which is dormant in our heart, every living entity's heart, that is reawakened. And we really see ourselves, because each one of us have a direct relationship with Krishna. There is a service that is, Krishna is feeling that he's lacking that service from us, and we are not there to serve him in his spiritual abode. That service is reserved for us. And there is very wonderful description of when Kumar reaches back to to Krishna. Then Krishna and literally faints by seeing him. That what happened? What took you so long? But I'm happy that you are here. So each one of us Krishna is waiting for us. Krishna, we have the ability and potential, and we can definitely, go back home, back to Godhead in service. Um, because Srila Prabhupada has said that this lifetime, if we serve and if we chant 16 rounds minimum every day without offense and do service, doesn't matter what service, that's another big situation that, oh, I do this service and this service is more important than the other one. We have heard several times, Yugal Kishore Prabhu also says, and I think Bhaktivedanta Maharaj said that from our movement, more Matajis have gone to the spiritual world than the Prabhus. The services that they engage in, no one kind of recognizes them. Okay, you're cleaning or cooking or, or you're doing the flower garland. So many services, so many, and their attitude of service. So we need to really take advantage of this process of trying to serve Krishna in whatever capacity we can. And the holy, um, very auspicious month is coming, Kartik is coming. We should take extra vow or any extra number of rounds or anything that we can read, or any, last time I was saying Shadagoswami Astakam, if you can add to our lifestyle, would be very, very nice. That's what I kind of plan to speak on. Thank you so much for the opportunity again. I didn't recognize, I didn't say anything in the beginning, but I don't have a qualification to sit here and speak, but I did it anyway. So please forgive me. Thank you for tolerating. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
His grave Krishna Kumar Prabhu ki jai.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo. If anyone has any comment or a question, our His Grace Shyam Kishore Prabhuji is here. We can share. Govind Kund, Prabhuji is asking, Krishna Govikanda Prabhuji is asking about Govind Kund in Vrindavan, right, in the Govardhan area. Yeah, there is some pastime about Madhavendra. Please share, Prabhu. Do you know?
Only the tree was meditating on Lord for
Prabhuji, keep
3 days.
wireless is also.
All of you might know this pastime. It's a very famous pastime. That under the big tree, just beside the Govinda Kund, is a big tree. So underneath the tree, Madhavendra Puri, one of our greatest acharya. So he has meditating on the Lord for continuous 3 days, without eating, without any other activity, simply sitting there and meditating on Lord. And many people are also asking him. He is not taking anything to take anything, but he is continuously focusing on the Lord, and so he is simply meditating on Lord by Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So like that, 3 days been passed. Then after that, so Lord himself has came in the Krishna's Gopala form, and then he gave buttermilk to drink. So he is like jovially talking. There's a big pastor if he tells all the things. But jovially was telling, then he said, no, I'm not interested in any other thing. But so Krishna is convincing that he could not able to object. So he took the chance, and by taking a little buttermilk, Then he felt little, little like kind of nap kind of thing. But it is not a nap, light nap. So during that time, the Lord Himself came again in the dream, and I said that basically I'm here as a Gopal on the Govardhan. I'm struggling here. So in the upon the Govardhan, upon me there are many bushes are there. So you can take it out from here. So he's none other than the Srinathji, right? So he's a Gopal. So then after that, many pastors will also happen. So that is the place, the Govinda Kund. And the Govinda Tirth is a very important place.
All the Tirthas came and took bath or something.
That is in, that is, no, that is in Nandagaon. Nandagaon, as he's telling, there's a Prayagraj, is a cave. And then he took the bath there. That is the place. No, the Govinda Kund, I have not heard of that.
Don't know the complete story.
So my understanding is that all Tirthraj, they give the name Tirthraj to any prominent place. Actually, in Krishna's pastime, they considered Tirthraj. And when, in Braj, everyone speaks like Radhe Radhe, because why? Because Radharani is most beloved to Krishna. And that's why I think the name Tirthraj could be shared or given to any places of pastimes that Krishna has any significance. And even like we call Second Avenue Mahatirtha, right? How like there is what is what is around 26 Second Avenue, but we consider it Mahatirtha or Tirthraj, also the same way. Anyone else have anything to share on online? Otherwise, we'll end.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Wonderful class. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Pavan Sarovar.
Prabhuji, Govind. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Govind Kund is the same place where after Indra accepted his mistake and he did Abhishek to Krishna, right?
That's Surabhi Kund.
That's Govind. Yeah, that's why name Govind also came on. Yeah. Before that was called Airavat Kund. No,
He came there nearby only, and the other side is Surabhi Kund.
Okay, so that's
He did the Abhishek with the Surabhi.
Indra did the Abhishek with Surabhi at Surabhi Kund, and Shyamkishore Prabhuji is saying something like Airavat Kund is also there, where Indra came with Airavat, and Govind Kund also is nearby, where the same Leela kind of happened. Yes.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Thank you. And Pavan Sarovar is, what is Mataji, Gauri Jivani Mataji is sharing something about Pavan Sarovar.
Prabhuji, I heard somewhere like the Pavan Sarovar was created, like all tirthas came there.
No, that's true.
That is in Nandagaon. The Deepak Sundar Prabhu is mentioning that is in Nandagaon, this Pavan Sarovar, that all the tirthas also came. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
Prayagraj also escaped.
Yes. Tirthraj, Prayagraj is also there. So there is a Mahakumbh, Purna Kumbh is coming in January, Prayagraj. Just everyone should actually meditate, and as Acharya Ratna Prabhu mentioned, even just by thinking, we get the benefit. So we should take advantage. And that's how we continue to think good things. Think about, serving Krishna in so many different wonderful ways. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय,
His Grace Krishna Kumar Prabhu ki jai.
श्रील प्रभुपाद हरि बोल।